What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Mello with Marty's Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at this 2022 GMC Sierra 2500 HD AT4. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. I upload fresh GM content every single week, so if that's something that you're into, be sure to tune in. Let's get into it. All right, now if you're not aware, the 2022 HD AT4 is pretty much the same truck as the 2021 HD AT4, but I figured, you know what, I have one of these trucks. Who knows when I'm gonna see another one with all the crazy supply chain issues, so why not show everybody that follows my channel and let them take a peek at it. So starting up front, you can see you've got your AT4 grille, we've got our signature LED headlights, we've got LED fog lights down low, then we've got our red tow recovery hooks. I gotta say my favorite part of this front end of this truck is that big functional hood scoop. Underneath the hood is actually the 6.6 liter gas paired up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The truck is finished in Ebony Twilight Metallic paint, and the MSRP on this one is $63,665. So it's a relatively mild AT4 build. I know there's a lot of stuff that you can't get right now. One thing I do hate about these things are the orange markers in the fenders. If I were to buy this truck, I would black those out. Just get, you know, you can either replace them or just vinyl wrap over it and call it a day, but that's just me. You've got your 20-inch AT4 wheel, and that's wrapped in a 275 wide Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner AT tire. You can see your 6.6 liter V8 badge right up here. You've got your LED roof lights, trailer tow mirrors, and of course they're powered. You can see you've got your AT4 HD badging right there on the door. And if I step back, you can see you've got the black off-road side steps on this one, which I think are probably the best ones to get, unless of course you're gonna end up doing some aftermarket power steps or something like that. As we go around the back of the truck, you can see you've got the step in the side of the bed. You've also got your step in the rear bumper. We've of course got the multi-pro tailgate, and I believe we've got a factory spray and bed liner. You've got 12 tie-down hooks in the bed, and you do have room for expansion, so if you needed to do that, you can see you've got your expansion slots here. You've also got power outlet. You've got LED lighting back here. You've also got a hand grip in case, you know, you need that, and of course your multi-pro tailgate. One of my favorite things too is that AT4 embossed on the back. I think this just looks really good. I'm a big fan of all like the little tiny subtle details, you know, things like, for instance, the HD in the headlight, right here. It's always like the little details that kind of make the difference to me. Just step back and give you another side profile of the truck before we jump in the back seat. I'd give you a look at the window sticker, but the lighting right now is kind of bad, so it's a little tough to see. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it, but just know you can see. Let me see here. So your standard vehicle price, $59,100, and then you can see the off-road assist steps, the 20-inch machined aluminum wheels, the Ebony Twilight Metallic paint, illuminated front GMC emblem, snowplow prep, and LED roof marker lights have all been added in, and that brings us to the $63,665. Quick peek inside. These floor mats are awesome. So they're like an all-weather floor mat, similar like a WeatherTech, but you do have removable carpeting. So you can just grab this little fella right here, pull that, and then you've got the textured section underneath. So, you know, if it's gonna be snowing and terrible out and you don't wanna destroy your carpets, that's kind of a nice little feature to have. You've got your two-tone AT4 interior here, little 10-quart container in the back, little place to store some junk. You can fit an iPad back there if you wanted to. That was just one of the things we tested. Drop-down armrest that doubles as a cup holder. If we lift up the seat, you can see you've got your little storage compartment here, which is nice. You know, if anyone that's been driving a pickup for a long time, you know when you hit the brakes, anything that was under the seat slides out here. So that's kind of nice. You can throw like a tow chain or jumper cables or whatever right here, and you know, they're not going to come sliding out on you when you hit the brakes. You can see we do have heated seats back here. We've also got a USB-C, and our standard power outlet. So plenty of places for everybody to plug in and charge. As we all know, it's very important nowadays. Have a bunch of kids in the back with no power, or they're not going to be very happy. I don't know if this truck has had the illuminated badge installed yet. I don't think it has. but let's take a look. It might be. It's just really hard to tell because it's so damn bright out. All right. Now I'm going to go through this sort of quick. Of course, at the end, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, or want to know more or less, or whatever the case may be, feel free to drop a comment down below, and I'll be glad to answer any of the questions that you may have. So over on the left, of course, we've got our power windows, we've got our power mirror controls, door locks, and our memory seat. We've got our four-wheel drive controls. We've got our lighting controls here. You can see most likely you're going to end up leaving this thing in auto, but if you wanted to play around with it, you absolutely can. You get your spotlight over the bed. Gauge cluster brightness is right here. Over on the steering wheel, we've got our heated steering wheel. We've got our cruise control settings. On the right side, we've got our Bluetooth hands-free settings. And if I use this, I'm using this toggle right here. And you can see I'm going to go through all like kind of the different modes here. Go to my music, go to info, go to my trip. I'm almost out of gas, oil life, tire pressure, all kinds of stuff. You can customize this to your liking. I like using the nav. I just think it's kind of nice to have the navigation screen here so you don't have to keep looking over at the IntelliLink system, which brings us over to the IntelliLink system. AM, FM, XM, satellite radio. We've got Apple CarPlay, we've got Android Auto, we got 4G LTE built in. Does pretty much everything. I always recommend if you're going to go take one of these for a test drive, make sure you kind of go through all the functionalities, set your phone up, really experience it for what it does, because let's be honest, what you're going to use the most other than just driving is the infotainment system. So make sure you use it. It works really, really well. One of my favorite things with Apple CarPlay is actually using Waze because it performs flawlessly through the system, and it's the best navigation in my opinion. And I'm sort of a tech nerd, so take my word for it. Use Waze. You'll thank me later. You can set up your My GMC. It'll actually, you can even schedule service appointments through it, which is kind of cool. You do have your OnStar. You can use your climate control system through here. I'm sweating right now. But one thing I am very happy with, I know everybody wants these huge touch screens, but I love that I still have an analog control. Like, I just want to be able to do that, you know? Maybe that's just me, but I like the ability to just quickly spin a knob and adjust my settings. I don't want to have to go through a touch screen all the time for stuff like that. We do have cooled seats, heated seats. We've got our hill descent control. We've got our, we can drop down the multi-pro tailgate. Hazards, traction control on or off. Turn your power outlets on or off. You can see we've got another power outlet here. Obviously this one, we've got a USB, USB-C, a trailer brake controller. That feels really good, actually. Inside the console, we've got our cup holders here. We got a little storage compartment. We've got our black leather interior with Kalahari, right? Kalahari, someone can correct me. I always screw that up. Kalahari accent stitching. Inside, we've got another USB-C, a USB port, auxiliary jack, and an SD card slot. And this is actually set up for folders, so if you're going to use this vehicle for like an office, you can hang all your folders in here, which is kind of nice. It's also channeled, so if you're going to run cables out, you're not crushing the cables. I know that used to be like a thing back in the day. You'd always plug a cable in the console, shut it, and you're just jamming the cables down. Not a good look, you know, ends up ruining your phone cables pretty quickly. We've got a glove box up top, and we've got a glove box down low. Once again, you can see the those carpets. So you get your floor mats with the removable carpet that I'm just a big fan of. Up above us, we've got our LED interior lighting, and the OnStar buttons, which used to always be on the mirror, are now above us. And we do have one more storage container up here on the top of the dash. AT4 on the headrests. The truck looks really good. But that's kind of just the quick rundown. Like I said, I wanted to keep this kind of short. I know, you know, if you've seen the 2021 videos, it's relatively the same truck. Pretty much it is the same truck. But if you have any questions, concerns, like I said, you know, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you looking to order one of these? I believe we ordered this for a customer 3 months ago, and it just came in now. This truck, once I stop recording, is actually going to head down to the detail shop, get cleaned up, get registered, and then the customer should be over later on today to pick it up and take it home. One thing I will note, because I'm sure someone's going to comment on it, if you're seeing the LED lights flicker, that's just the way the camera picks them up. LED lights actually flicker at a really high rate of speed that the human eye does not detect. However, things like this camera, that picks it up. As always, I want to thank you all for watching. Please, once again, consider liking, subscribing, following for more. I'll keep you up to date on all the newest GM truck news. Check out some of my Would You Buy One videos. Those seem to be pretty popular. People are liking those. I will see you all in the next video. I'm out of here. Take care. Thanks for watching.